Good morning. This is Mr. H. Hey, I am going to create a video on how you can use Desmos to create a graph, use a table to plot. So let me get going. You guys don't need to see me. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to share my iPad. Control this one, control this one. And I'm gonna share that. All right, so what you should see on the screen, you guys don't need to see me right now, is this is my iPad. So the handout that I want you guys to work on is just graphing functions, finding intersections. Some are gonna be piecewise functions. There's gonna be some inequalities. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create three videos. First video is how to just graph a regular function or just two functions. And then I'm going to create a video on how to create a piecewise function. And then I'm going to create a video on how to graph, inequalities. So this first video is just going to be how to use Desmos to create a graph. So let's go. So the very first thing you're going to do is you need to go to desmos.com. Once you go to desmos.com, it's going to ask you if you want the graphing calculator. Say yes, and this is what you should see right here. And it should be empty. So now this first place here, I'm going to enter the function that we have. So let me bring that back over here. So it's going to be f of x is equal to a negative square root of x plus 1. So I'm going to go here and I am going to type that in. So I have a negative, and then I have square root. Where is my square root? This is in the way. Let me move this up here. So here's the square root, and then I'm going to put x. And then I'm going to make sure you get outside of that. Use this arrow, get outside, and then just do +1, boom. Now, so here's the graph. I'm gonna pull this over a little bit. You can just grab it with your cursor and pull it over. Now, you can see that it's going off the screen. No matter what, I keep pulling it over, it still goes off the screen. That means that it's going to infinity. And that's important. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and I'm going to take about 3 points on this graph and plot them, and then we'll be done. So now this, you don't see the points. Here's a point. Here's a point. Let's see where else. There's a point down here. I need points that go through integers. Okay, if they don't have, if the x and the y coordinate doesn't have an integer, then don't use it. Use only coordinates that have integers. Okay, but this is how I'm going to do it. Right here, if you press on this little spinning wheel, and it has a little table, it'll create a table for you. It'll create a table of values. Now, it starts at a -2, and you can see that there's nothing over here. So the actual graph starts at 0. So that's where I want to start. So I'm going to delete this. I'm going to delete this one as well, because I don't need this because there's nothing there. But so here's one of my points, 0, 1. Here's another one. Now it stops at 2, but I can put a 3 in here for the x value, and it gives me the output. It's a decimal. I don't want that, so I'll put in 4. Okay, so I got me 3 points right here. X coordinate is 0, the y coordinate is 1. So that's what I'm going to plot. So now all I'm going to do is take my graphing paper, and I'm going to plot those points. So the first one is 0, 1. So I would come here and I'm going to go 0, 1. There's my point. And then the next one is 1, 0. So I would put that right here and make it a little bigger. And then the last one, I'm not going to use 2. I'm not going to use 3. I can use this one. So I'm going to put 4, 1. So I go over 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then down 1. And then, okay, I just draw my line through those points, put an arrow on it, and that's it. The graph's done. You don't have to actually put a table on it. but you do have to show that you actually plotted the points. So if I did this, I would get 2 points. This is a 2-point question, I would get 2 points. All right, now, so that's how you graph a point using Desmos. So let me go back, you just key in your function. If you want a table, you just click on that spin wheel and then hit the table and it gives you the values. If you want more values, I'm gonna actually replace this one with a 3. I'm gonna replace this one with a 4, and it gives you values. Now, these are out of order because I put those there, but all you wanna do is just plot about 3 or 4 points and then draw the best line that you can. They understand the test makers understand that when you draw this, it's not gonna be a perfectly straight line. But what they want to see is that you've actually plotted the points correctly, that you put arrows on it to indicate if it's going to infinity. And that's it. All right, so I'm going to do another one. Let's see, I want to do, what's we got here? I don't want to do this one. I want to go back, hold on. All right, now this is page 5. So I have 2 functions here. I have f of x equals x squared minus 1, and then I have g of x equals 3 to the x power. So I'm going to draw both of these, and or I'm going to graph both of these, and then I'm going to plot. I'm going to plot them and show you where they intersect. So boom, I'm going to get rid of these, and then now. My first one is going to be f of x. So I'm just going to come here to the ABC key, go get an f, and I'm going to go back, use parentheses, x inside, and then it's going to be equal to x squared. So I'm going to do x squared minus 1. All right, so here's my graph. I'm just going to grab the paper, move it over so I can see it a little better. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to create a table. And then you see these spots. Now, this is perfect. Desmos is even better than the graphing calculators. You can see the points that you need. So if you click on them, it'll give you the coordinates that you need. And so you just go and you plot them on your iPad or your graphing paper. Let me move this over. So what I'm going to do is my first point, I'm going to put it 0 and -1, which is right here. Oh, actually, yeah, it's 0 and -1. Now make sure that you understand what the graphing the boxes are going up by. What I would do is make sure you click on the point and use those coordinates. So I'm going to go to my graphing paper. I'm going to go down to 0, -1. And then I'm going to do 1, 0, which is going to be right here. And then I'm going to do a -1, 0, which is right here. And then I'm going to go up to 2, 3. So I go over 2 and then up 3. And then I go over, the other one is a -2, 3. So I'm going to go over 2, up 3. So there's my graph. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try my best to draw the best line through there. Actually, I think I can do better than that. So I'm going to go down and up, put arrows on it because you can see that it's going off the screen. So boom, it's done. Now, so that one is done. Now I'm going to enter the second function. So the way that I do that is I press this plus key and I'm going to choose expression. So now I'm going to key in the second one, the g of x. So I go here, I get the g, and then go back to here, use the parentheses, g of x, and then I put equals, and then it's going to be 3 to the x power. So here is the exponent key right here. Put an x there. So this blue one or purple one, I'm not sure if it's purple or blue, but this is going to be my other one. Now, right now, I don't want this red one in there. So the way that I get rid of that is if I go over here and click on this, the red one is gone. But look, the points are still there, which is perfect. I didn't even know it did that. But now I need some points for my purple one. So I'm gonna go here, click on this, hit this spin wheel again, and then I'm gonna put a table in. So it gives me a table. Now remember, I don't want decimals. I only want integers. So here's one, 0, 1, right here. Here's another one. And let's see, 3, 9. So I might have to drag the paper down a little bit. All right, so I got 3 points. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna change the color and I'm gonna pull up my graph paper. Let me make this a little bigger. And I'm gonna plot these points. So right here is 0, 1, 1, 3, 2, 9. All right, so go back to my graph paper and I'm gonna plot those. So 0, 1 is gonna go here. And then I'm gonna do 1, 3, so go over 1, up 3. And then I'm gonna do 2, 9, so 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Gonna go there, and then I know I got something like down here someplace. Now, I'm gonna try to draw my best. Now, that's not perfect, but they know when you're graphing curves, I put an arrow on here that indicates that it's going off the screen. You notice it's going off the screen over here. It's also going off the screen. So both of these should have arrows, and I put arrows on both of them. Now, look at the one, look at the question. It says, based on your graph, how many values of x does f of x equal g of x? All they're asking you is, how many intersections do these two graphs have? And there's only one. It's about here. So let me go back and actually put the other one back. So to get that one back, I just click on the circle, and you can see right here, they intersect. And if you click on it, it'll actually give you the coordinates, but we don't want those because they have decimals. And it doesn't matter because we don't need the actual coordinates of the intersection for this question. All we need is we just need to know how many times do they intersect. And so the answer to that question would be 1. And my explanation is I would say there is 1 intersection. All right. All right, that's it. That's all you're doing. So go to Desmos.com, use the graphing calculator, put in the functions that they give you. It always has a keyboard. If you want to get to a letter, use the ABC, right? And then go back, use the parentheses, put the X inside, and then type in the actual equation. And then when you press enter, it'll graph it for you. If you want actual points, just go to the graph and click on things. So let me see if I can find another point. Here's another one. So if I clicked on this, it'll try to give you a point. Well, actually, let me go here to the table. By the way, if you need to add more values, just click on it. So 3, 8. So if I go over to 3, where's 3, 8? I think this is it. Yeah, 3, 8. All right, so it'll give you the coordinates on it, but this is all you really need to be able to do the assignment, to graph. All right, I hope this has been helpful. If it hasn't, you guys have my email. Send me an email and let me know and say, Mr., I tried to get to Desmos. I didn't understand it. Can you help me? And I'll reach out to you. All right. Enjoy your weekend, but I need you guys to do some graphing. All right. Mr. H signing off. Let's shut this stuff down. Let's see. Bye-bye.